This is a love working. Uh, I'm using little dolls again, but in this instance, I'm asking for the help of Santisima Muerte. Excuse my pronunciation. So what I do sometimes for our clients, I do put the jar, etc., on the altar, but in this instance, I'll be taking this out of the way, and as you can see, this statue, you can place things into the hand. This hand actually screws off. And I believe that people used to take the hand around with them. Like for women, they would carry it in their bags and stuff. It's unusual, very, very unusual. But also, the base has got a 5-pointed star, and it's filled with like little beads and some rice, etc. Just wanted to show you the base of that. The statue is from Mexico. So yeah, that's the petition for the client, and I will place that into her hand, should I say, so that she has it, and I leave it there for a while, and we can monitor things and see how things go. So that's really what I do. And prior to doing the spell, I ask Santisima Morte. I actually ask her to come forward, and I ask her that we control the mind, the body, and the spirit of the target in question, uh, and to bring him back to the client. So, I don't just bring a statue out. I ask her, to help with the issue, and I invoke. There's a little prayer that I will look up for you. I think I have linked it to one of my older videos about how I invoke the Santa Muerte. So, but I always say, that we want to control the mind, the body, and the spirit or the soul of the target. So that's really what I do. And then like always, I have the little dolls, and I'm going to bind these together with some yarn. Whilst I visualize the couple together and being happy, etc. I'll talk a bit about Santisima Morte whilst I'm doing this. Santisima Morte, uh, there's a lot of misconceptions about Santisima Morte. A lot of people think she's really evil, she's satanic and stuff. She's not, in my opinion, she's not at all. Santisima Morte is all about life and enjoying life, because death is one thing that happens to us all, rich or poor, we all die. Uh, but she is marvelous. She's a marvelous saint. She she does not judge. Death doesn't judge, and she will help you. You come to her with a clean heart, and you just open it up to her, whatever it may be. She will help you. She's extraordinary at what she can do. Excuse the noise. It's Chinese cinnamon that I bought. I thought it was unusual. I thought I'd buy some to put into these honey jars. So she has been linked to the Aztec goddess of the underworld. Excuse my pronunciation of this. Itikasiqua or something along those lines. I've probably pronounced it wrong, but she's linked to the Spanish Grim Reaper, La Parca. Her origins go back so far. Yeah, the church, they don't acknowledge her, even though a lot of Catholic people in Mexico do worship her in their homes, and they're churchgoers, if you know what I mean. So her origins are in Catholicism. So a lot of people, with me, I sort of freestyle it a bit, but a lot of people, when they call Santa Muerte, they will petition Saint Michael. They will ask God to work with Santa Muerte and stuff like that. I don't do that, but I know a lot of people do that. So everyone's different in their own way, and the novenas and stuff. A lot of them are very Catholic, but everyone is extremely different. I'm just going to put some honey into this jar. These dolls are bound together, and I want it to be done in front of Santa Muerte. She is very powerful for love matters. Uh, any human need, really. She really, really is a miracle worker. I myself have been helped by her many, many, many times over, and I'm so grateful to her. She has a place here in my home, and she always will. Uh, what else was I going to say? Yeah, a lot of people are frightened of her. Some people say that, but I personally don't buy into the story at all. That a nun who was involved many years ago, a nun who was involved with a minister or priest or something along those lines, and they couldn't be together, so the nun killed herself, committed suicide, and they think, that's who Santa Muerte is, the spirit of this nun who can't, go into the afterlife. So she's sort of roaming around, so to speak. But no, I don't believe that at all. To me, she is a very beautiful energy. Rose water. I should be explaining myself as I go along here. So this is some come to me oil. Okay, doesn't want to come out as per usual. Scissors always work. Okay. So go with what you have if you're doing this spell. You don't need each and everything. I get a lot of people writing to me saying, I don't have rose water. I don't have, just go with what you have. Especially if it's Santisima Muerte you're working with. Santisima Muerte understands. She really does. Follow me, boy. These jars always smell really, really lovely. Really lovely. Some control that went on the doll for the guy, actually. I just put a wee bit into the jar as well. I'm going to put in some cloves. 5 cloves. Or whatever number resonates with you. 5 is the number that jumped out at me, so 5 it is. And again, I like to add some ginger and cinnamon together. That's a lot of ginger. Some cinnamon. So yeah, as I was saying, Santisima Muerte, I've seen her work many, many, many situations and turn things around. She's a hot saint, as in she works fast, similar to Saint Expedite. He's a hot saint as well. But you don't have to be of any background or, to work with Santisima Muerte. Her arms are open to everyone. She is death after all. She's death personified. But she's not to be feared, at all. When I work with Santa Muerte, I feel an energy that is almost of that of a grandmother figure. It's like an old feeling, but a nice feeling, a comforting feeling. That's what I feel when I work with her. A little bit of catnip. I'm going to put in some orris root. And I always say to clients who get spells done, when I'm working with Santa Muerte, I always say to clients, watch out for her signs, because she does give signs. Brains of Paradise. You may see candy skulls, you may see the actual Grim Reaper, and even if it's in I don't know, it could be in a supermarket, something will just pop up, and you'll see it and you'll recognize it. For me, many years ago, it was the little owl. That is her spirit animal, the Latusa. in Spanish, I would see owls everywhere, like little ornamental owls, and I knew it was her. She was trying to communicate. Uh, and yeah, the skeleton, it kept popping up on the internet everywhere, and it wasn't even near Halloween. She would just keep, appearing to me. I knew there was something more to it whenever, I started dreaming about her. And in one of the dreams, she offered me a bouquet of white roses. She was in her white robe, and I knew at that point I just couldn't push her to the side anymore. I had to accept her and bring her in, and I haven't looked back ever since that. Anyway, I need to stop blabbering on. I just wanted to give you a little bit more information about her. That's Abby Camino. Her devotees at the minute, the amount of people who follow her, it's staggering. I think it's is it the fastest growing? I think they refer to it as a cult, but I think, I don't know. I don't like that word. A cemetery dirt. Okay. Let's have a look. What I could put in here. This is a really nice client. She's a really nice lady, and she deserves her guy back again, as do all the clients. But I'm going to put in a tiny bit of fiery wall of protection and crown of success. You don't have to have these. I'm just saying that's what I want to put in. What have we here? Some rose oil. Okay. Let me see. Some balm of Gilead. A little bit of confetti. I need to get some more. Okay, and oops. Some rose petals, and I think that's us. I'm gonna blow life into this. I like to blow life into the jar. Okay, so that will sit on her table. I'll probably put one of her statues on top of it. Not this one's too big, but I'll put one of the smaller ones on top of it. And we shall see how things go. So yeah, to the client, do keep your eyes peeled for signs that she's working for you. I'm sure you will see things. Just really, really, really watch your dreams as well. I did have a look at a few cards for you. Center card is the book. That's a card of, can sometimes indicate some secrets or something that has to come out, something that needs to be said. I have a feeling there's something you need to know. I think you will find it out. The house, the Starks, someone moving house, someone that's not stable in the one position. I'm not sure what you said with regards to the target, but I'm thinking that, is he moving house at the minute? Are you moving house? That to me is someone that is like a little bit unstable as to where they're living. So that's what I'm thinking. Over here I've got the garden and the bouquet. So I think you will have an encounter, something that will bring you great happiness at some sort of an event. It could be a party, get together, even something internet based. I've always said, think internet as well in this day and age. And I think it's something to do with him. But I think because the center card is a book, I think you need to know something. about him. And I think it needs to be, brought out into the open. So let me know how you view that. What you think. I can always get back to you. I did look at a few oracle cards as well. So I've got jealousy. It's an interesting card. Don't know how you view that. A challenge. A friend. Good fortune. And a home. A bit strange. A bit of a strange mix there. If you want to ask me any questions directly, and I can, use my pendulum, and we can see, I think the reading is a bit, you might be able to tell me a wee bit more about what I've just said. So if you have anything you want to come back to me with, I'll certainly use the pendulum. I would use it now, but I don't really know what to ask it with regards to, the issue. So come back to me. So I've got your little jar done, your reconciliation and your binding. Actually, I'll probably pop in some rings and a padlock in there. Sometimes if I don't bind with the rings, I'll still place the rings and the padlock in there, and a magnet, so that will go in. I don't mind if I open the jar now, but don't open jars that are weeks, down the line. Don't do that. But anyway, I'm going to jump off now. So thehouseofmagick@gmail.com, or you can hit me up in the comments section. I'll get back to you all as soon as I can. Once again, thanks for watching. It's really appreciated. I'd like to be able to offer some free readings or something that I can pay you all back. So I may do a go live or something like that, or a giveaway. I'm thinking about that. I'm trying to figure out how to go about it in a way that suits me and suits everyone else. So anyway, houseofmagick@gmail.com. Good evening to you all.